how to scrape social media accounts with Scrapebox, and why you would want to. That's what I'm going to cover in this video. The first part will be how to scrape the social media accounts. And then if you want to stick around for the second part of it, I'm going to give you some use cases, how you could use this, why you would use this, how you could make money with this, etc. So let's jump in and talk about this. My name is Ryan Borden, and this is Scrapebox. If you don't have Scrapebox, then you can jump over here to scrapebox.com and roll down to the bottom and grab your copy before the price goes back up. And then there is tons of information as far as the 20 plus add-ons and premium plugins that you can get for this as well as lots of other information. Also, before we jump into this, I want to mention scrapeboxfac.com/tips. If you go over here, you can sign up and I'll give you full length tutorials, tips, guides, checklists. Plus, I'll even show you how you can make money with Scrapebox, and it's all free. Nothing to sell you here. So sign up there and get all the free stuff. Let's jump into this. Assuming you have Scrapebox, you can go here to the add-ons, show available add-ons, and the one that you're looking for is the social media account scraper. It is right here. So you can click on it, you can install it, or you can update it. Once you have that done, you go back to your add-ons list and we go for the social media account scraper and we can launch it. Now, the thing about this is, of course, we need some accounts to scrape. So I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to go roofer in Detroit, Michigan. I happen to be up here near Detroit. I'm going to harvest here just from Google and get some roofer websites that we can bring in here. And once we have these, I'm going to remove duplicate domains and I'm going to load these in from the harvester. So just pulling them in from right here. I have another video just before this one on how to actually use the harvester. So if you don't know that, watch it. It's on the same channel. And here we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. So that was a long sentence. Those are the different platforms that you can scrape social from. So I'm going to hit start. Now that this is running, we can see it's going to go through here. It's going to scan each one of these. And there's a few of these here, like Angie's List and BBB and Yelp, of course. Those are going to come up for roofers. What we're really looking for is like Bullet Roofing and then roofingabovall.com. These are all DET roofers. I'm in Detroit, Rapid Roofing. These are all custom roofers, of course. These are all actual people. So obviously you wouldn't want to try to deal with, I mean, you might want to, but when we get to the second part of this, you wouldn't want to do like Angie's and BBB and stuff. But we're talking about how to do it. So this is showing the social profiles that are linked from here. So let's say Bullet Roofing here. They have a Facebook, it looks like a Twitter, and a LinkedIn. They don't have Pinterest, they don't have Instagram, they don't have YouTube, and they don't have TikTok. So obviously we can see everything that's white is stuff they don't have. That is what we call opportunity. If you want to help them get those things set up, and if you want to work inside of the ones that are found, that's the opportunity with the found ones. So this is how you can quickly see it. I can scan hundreds of thousands of URLs. Now, technically, you could load in 100 million URLs here. I would not recommend to do that because it'll take a monster machine. And Windows and Mac both like to work with smaller chunks. So I would test something in the 500,000 to a million URLs at a time range. And then you can go up from there if your machine can handle it. But also on Windows, don't forget, you can run an unlimited number of instances. So you could actually fire up 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 of these things and load in 500,000 each and be running a list of 5 million URLs all at once and just set it and forget it. And I'll just run until it's done, right? So that's how you do it. It's really easy. Now, when we're done, we can, of course, go to export. Everything's going to come out as an Excel sheet. So let me just show you that. And I'm just going to save it here as 1, and then we're going to open it back up here, and let me bring this over here so we can see it, and open it up, and this is what it looks like. So it's just, you have your column headers, really great, and then you actually have the actual URL. So here we see, for example, where was it at? We were under... So bulletroofing.com, for example, we had the 3 found. So let's go here and go for bulletroofing.com. Here it is. And it gives us the actual links to the social profiles. So we can just open them right up and see on LinkedIn that it looks like so. And I have no idea what this URL is, but it's on LinkedIn, so it's probably pretty safe. And here it is, Bullet Roofing in Detroit. Whatever. Anyway, so you can see their social profiles. So you might do this for all kinds of reasons, but this is how it works and this is how you do it. Now, let's talk about, so if you want to know how to do it, that's it. You can export it, you're good to go. why would you do this? I should say as well that Excel has an export of like 1,000,000 rows. So if you're going to load in more than 1,000,000, you probably really don't want to, because when you export it to Excel, it's going to get truncated and cut off. So I would probably work with 1,000,000 or less, just because Excel is limited that way. But that again works with how you can open up a lot of instances. So you could load in 1,000,000 across 10 different instances and actually run 10,000,000 at once. If you don't know what I'm talking about of how you can run unlimited instances on this same channel, I have a video. So just search no limits or instances or unlimited, whatever, and it'll come up. I'll try to link it here in the YouTube description as well. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, you might want to do this because you want to check on your competition. You might want to do this because you're trying to sell them stuff. So maybe you're selling account setup services, so you could set up the different social accounts. Maybe you're selling like TikTok, for example. You can see it's very underutilized. Selling TikTok services, and so you're going to create YouTube or TikTok videos for them, and then you could throw in the account setup for free and the account optimization. You could spin it however you want, but there's obviously a lot of money to be made either working with the people who have accounts, like you're making YouTube videos for them, or working with the ones who don't. And so there's tons of different stuff that you could do here. In the Scrapebox tips, I'm going to give you some videos that I have already made about this specifically on how much money you could actually make. But even if you were doing this as a side hustle, you could make thousands of dollars a month. And another thing you could do here is by utilizing ChatGPT. So just because, Scrapebox is amazing, but ChatGPT is awesome too. So let's say that we did our roofers for, let me get out of this here. Let's get away from this. Let's say we did our roofers here in Detroit and we want to make social posts for them. Well, we can go over here to ChatGPT. We could sell the roofers to make social posts. And let's say we're going to write a social post for them once a day, every day for 30 days. It happens to be springtime when I'm recording this video. So we're just going to ask ChatGPT to write a social post that could be used across all the platforms about having their roof inspected for leaks in the springtime. And you could also ask ChatGPT, or just go to Google and ask for a list of the things that roofers might use in spring. Or I'd just ask the roofer and be like, hey, what are the ways you make money? You might even be able to help them generate a whole bunch of income because they may not even be posting about this at all. So this is simple. You could also go to an AI video generation like Synthesia or something like that. There's tons of tools. I'm just giving you an example. And you could throw this in there. You could ask it to write so I asked it for just the narration. Here it is. You could throw this in here and then have like the talking head AI like so. And I just searched for Synthesia and, oh, wrong one. We want this one. The AI talking heads, you could throw it in and then it will make a whole video for you, and then you can chop it up. You could do long form with it, and then you could also chop it up and do short form as well and get both out of that. And then you could be selling that as services. You could say, okay, great. Now turn this into a blog post. And so now you can give them a blog post that you can post on their blog. You can give them a social media post for the day that's relevant, and then you can make a video for them. And they're all tied together and relevant, and like ChatGPT is doing the heavy lifting for you, and Scrapebox is helping you to identify the companies that already have the social platforms. Because if you're going to, I'm just going to be honest with you. This is just my experience. I worked in sales for 8 years. I did inside sales and outside sales. And so with AT&T. And so what I would say, so that's the tech sector, but still sales is sales. And so what I would say is, in my experience, it's going to be easier, and you can read the books on this too. This is not just my experience. It's going to be easier to sell somebody something they already have. So people who have Facebook are going to be easier to sell a Facebook posting service than trying to convince them to post on TikTok. You can see like no one is doing it. And the reason is because most businesses still think TikTok is for like dancing, right? It's not. And there are multi-million-dollar deals that are done through TikTok. Like I know of a multi-million-dollar deal that was done for a cement business through TikTok, right? That's about as basic as they get, pouring cement, multi-million-dollars. So here's the thing. Convincing them that, though, is going to be hard. If you can do that, amazing. But I would start with something they already know. So maybe they already have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So you can write those social posts, blogs, and videos. And then you can be like, all right, well, I'll set up a YouTube for you and I'll do it free for you for 15 days, right? Or maybe you're posting like twice a week, I don't know, for free. And then when they start to see that there's views coming in and there's traction, or they like the idea of having YouTube, then you can offer to pay with them, for them to pay you. Because really, if AI is creating the video and ChatGPT is creating the script and Scrapebox is showing you who to target, then I mean, the tools are doing all the work, right? So you're doing some work, but you're not doing massive amounts of work. So those are some of the ideas of how I would use this tool to make money if I wanted to make money as a primary business, a side hustle, or feed into a business I already had. And that is how you can actually functionally use the social account scraper to get the actual social account URLs using Scrapebox. Thanks for watching this Scrapebox video. For more Scrapebox videos, click the subscribe button down below and then click the bell. And then check out these other great Scrapebox videos.